Hey guys, I get a lot of questions about how I'm using Hypernatural. So we've probably now done over 100, 200 videos in Hypernatural, and I've learned a couple of things along the way that have made it a lot easier and faster for me. And so I want to share with you how I've been doing that, and I'll tell you what I think about it along the way. So if you have not been here, Keela Tompkins-Robinson, Girl Get Visible, and I am here to help you find the tech solutions to enable your marketing strategy. And Hypernatural for me is one of them. I do a number of faceless channels, and so we create all of these faceless videos, and Hypernatural has been the absolute game changer in making that work. One of our pages in 2.5 months that already got to 3,500 subscribers. Like that's how well these videos have been performing. So let me show you real quick from beginning to end how we make one of these videos. So I usually start with a script, and I do most of my scripting right in ChatGPT. I have a custom story GPT. I'll put a link for you guys down at the bottom. I already did one, so I'm just gonna copy and paste that. But the story one that we do, it's a history one where you pretty much just say what event, what you want to emphasize. It's gonna ask you a few questions, and it gives you the script. So I just take that script and bring it right over here into Hypernatural, paste it into Hypernatural, and you can choose if you've already created a style. I've already created a number of styles custom to what I'm working on, but they also come with photographic, which is where most people start, 3D, 8-bit, anime. So these are already built in. And then you have the ability to just create all of these really nice custom styles. So depending on what we're talking about, I've got my black and white. I have my Kwanzaa for Kwanzaa. So depending on what we're going on, I just did sorority stuff. So I got sorority styles, one for each organization. So depending on what we're doing, we have different styles set in here. So for this particular video, I'm just going to choose this political one. And the length, I usually leave whatever it is because I want to see what the true length of the script is. And you have the option to do a portrait video, landscape, but of course I'm doing portrait because we're doing short form videos. Once you come on in here, you could choose your voice. It comes with a number of voices. I've got some down that I use for almost all my videos. And then you can also create a new voice. I've not created a new voice because literally this list was all I needed. Just got to go through it and find the one that you like. Your style, you can change it if you didn't like what it was. And the aspect ratio, again, you can change that if you needed to change it to something else. One of the things that I like, if you like to know what your actual footage is going to look like, this is the only app that I've seen do this, where in between it will tell you this is what the scene is going to look like. And when I'm doing certain, like when I do African American videos, I've talked about this on some other videos, that I have to go in here and sometimes say African American, update it. Now, while it's a pain, I'd much rather do it here than do it after I already paid credits for it and it generated. So I like this ability to go in there and do this. You can change the script on the fly if all of a sudden you don't like how it sounds. You can do a lot of really great things. Also, if there was a character, you would have that character here option as well. There's no character for this one, so I don't have that option. So I'm just gonna say make a video. It takes a little bit, all right, so we're back. The video is done. Now you can watch your video and you can see it scene by scene,
They told
which
our
is nice.
the highways were progress.
So this is our video.
Now they're telling us AI data centers are progress too. Back in the 1950s
So
and 60s,
you can see this is on just the first generation of these photos. Like already they're pretty good. I don't think I'm gonna have to do a lot of edits, but if I ever need to, I can come over here, and if I click on the picture, it gives me picture options. So I can choose from other stock photos they have. I can choose from other generated images or generate a new image if I wanted to, or I can upload, which is what I usually do, especially since I'm doing historical videos. I'll go find some photos and incorporate them into the video. So you have that flexibility to have your own stuff with the AI stuff. So I think that's really nice. You don't have to worry about, all or nothing, which I've had to do with some of the other ones. You can come in here and you can edit the script. Now, this is where you'll start acquiring some fees for them. So if you want to like make a change, it's like 3 or 6 credits. When I say fees, is credits. So this is when you start eating away at your credits. A standard video is 20 credits. And then if I made changes here, I would add six, and made a photo change here, add one. So the credits start to add up. You guys get it, right? And then we can also make some changes to the audio, the speed of voice. I like the speed of the voice, but I have noticed in some of the other tools, I did not have this option and I missed it. So I tend to like how this voice is going, but if you don't like it, you can at least change it. Where some of the other tools I've used, you just were stuck with whatever cadence the voice had and you like it or you didn't. So after you're done with that, you can apply motion if you want to apply motion to any of the videos, all or none. I can go one by one here. I can make some swaps if I needed to swap out some things. Again, I can do another generation to, if I didn't like this one, I wanted to regenerate and make it something else. And I can animate. I don't animate much because that costs 15 credits. We talked about the credits, right? So I can animate, I can change the pan and zoom. So you can do a lot of different things. I usually listen to the whole video through. And then next thing you do is export. I up my resolution just because I can and I want to. And I can actually from here share directly to my YouTube or my TikTok, or I can export, which is what I usually do because I do put the little title on it and things like that. So that is how quick and easy it is to make a video in Hypernatural. And let me just show you guys what we got.
State highways were pushed through black neighborhoods across the country. Families were forced out through eminent domain. Homes, churches, and businesses were destroyed. Pollution increased. Property values dropped. Generational wealth disappeared. That was called progress. Today, we're seeing a familiar pattern. Massive AI data centers are being built near Black and low-income communities. These facilities require enormous amounts of electricity, water, and land. Residents are raising concerns about environmental impact, higher utility costs, and long-term health risks. And just like before, the promises don't match the reality. The jobs are limited, the benefits don't stay local, but the strain on the community does. This isn't about being anti-AI. It's about recognizing when innovation repeats old harm under a new name. We've seen this movie before, and we know how it ends, unless the community gets a real say this time.
So, what do you guys think? I think that was a pretty amazing video. Let me know in the comments what you think, because you're going to see this on one of my channels, because I think it was pretty good. And literally, we had to do no editing to that. So, Hypernatural, there's links to get Hypernatural down below, my custom GPT down below. And let me know in the comments what you thought of this video.